this week's Survivor Chat.
This is episode 11.
Boy, I am still freaking out over last week's Tribal Council.
That was epic.
This is Ty. You don't even need words.
Scott.
It's more than words. Okay, so anyway, Scott was voted out last week because Ty chose not to use his idol
That's
to
right.
make the super idol to save him.
Well, Jason was pissed.
Yeah.
And Julia was just in shock. They were like, oh man, we were on top of the world.
They got caught with their pants down.
And now we're nothing.
Yeah.
So the new alliance is Aubrey, Sydney, Ty, and Joe.
Yeah, and they've got 4 people, so that's kind of a big deal.
Well, the next day, Ty was feeling some type of way. He had to go explain to Jason. He had to go smooth it out, you know. I had to protect myself because I had a feeling you guys were going to cut me.
And he was right. Let's be real. They were talking about getting rid of him anyway, so...
I think he was more worried about them doing something to Mark.
Yeah, he was like, I was
It's
afraid I was going to come back here and you would have strangled Mark the chicken.
not his fault.
Oh, by the way, Survivor was really awesome and edited the opening credits with Mark the chicken in it. And if you want to see it, check out my Twitter because I retweeted it. Okay.
Alright, so Jason wants revenge. I mean, Scott, he's got to get revenge for Scott because Ty flipped on him.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Will he get that chance? We'll see. So it was time for the reward challenge.
You had to collect rings, 3 rings, and then do a ring toss at the end.
You have to toss it onto these hooks.
Yeah.
Which look tricky.
Grappling hooks.
Yeah, to get the right angle there.
You're in teams of 2 tied together, though.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
But guess what?
There's 7 people.
Uh-oh, somebody is not competing.
Alright, and that would be Jason, but we'll get there. The reward, you ask? A chopper tour.
Oh my
What?
God.
And then a fried chicken picnic with apple pie and booze. And one thing that Jeff did not mention was the beef Wellington.
There was, yeah, something else that he didn't mention too, but we'll get there.
All right.
So let's talk about the teams. We've got Joe and Ty.
Julia and Aubrey.
And Sydney and Michelle.
All right.
It was pretty even.
It was.
Throughout.
I mean, yeah.
They all were on the rings at the end, you know, tossing.
Right. Sydney and Michelle ended up winning. They narrowly beat out Julia and Aubrey.
No.
They narrowly beat out Joe and Ty.
Right. Julia and Aubrey were really struggling to get
They
those
had
rings
none. They
hooked
had
onto
none.
the hook.
All right. So Jeff is like, Michelle and Sydney, who do you want your +1 to be?
They get to bring one other person.
Aubrey.
They decided very quickly on Aubrey. They said it was because she hasn't really had food.
She hasn't eaten.
Yeah.
All right. So the reward, of course, was awesome.
Yeah, and guess what? There was an added bonus.
A guest.
There was a dog lying under the table.
He was eating the scraps. Maybe he was the waiter.
Maybe.
I don't know, but he was so cute.
It was awesome.
And as always, that Survivor food, woo, delish.
Amazing.
Looks amazing, and I'm vegan. I'm just like, oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, so they're having a great time. They're talking a little bit of games. Sydney and Aubrey are like, yeah, so we had this huge power move with Ty last week, but now he's a huge threat. He has an idol and an advantage. We can take him to the end.
No, if we take him to the end, he's going to win.
He just made a big move.
Yeah. So back at camp, Jason and Julia are worried if this is going to be their last tribal.
So they're like, we gotta go for this. We gotta campaign to get rid of Ty. That's like their only option right now.
We only need 4 votes, so we got the 2 of us, maybe Sydney, maybe Michelle. There's our 4 votes.
We'll see.
So Jason pitches to Sydney.
He's like, you ready to do something crazy?
I'm open to anything.
Yeah, Sydney's like, what do you got?
Yeah. And Julia said that she wanted to eat Mark as soon as Ty goes.
Mark the chicken. Just let's clarify that.
How can you eat something that you named?
No! Okay, so anyway, it's time for the immunity challenge.
All right, so this was a doozy. You had to swim/run out to a...
Like a dock thing.
Yeah. And it had a wheel of... Well, there's also
Platform.
an obstacle. You had to climb over this big bamboo, like, triangle thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 12 different symbols on the wheel with a corresponding number, and it wasn't just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It was like 3, 12.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So you had to match up the animal with the number, and remember that. Remember as many as you can, because it's a long way back to the beach.
Yes, and you are tired because it's day...
29?
Yeah.
28?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So when you got back there was this wheel, and you used the numbers to solve the combination puzzle.
Yeah. So then once you open the box, you got these puzzle pieces.
You got to get the key first. You have to untie a key.
Okay. So you get the key, you open the box, and you get your puzzle pieces. It's a word scramble.
Unscramble it. Alright, so this was really, really difficult, especially when like you haven't eaten or anything.
Yeah.
To try and use your brain is really hard because your brain runs on glucose.
And if you get the wrong key, you can't just start untying other keys. You have to go back. You have to go back.
Oh, sure. Alright, so Julia got it on the first effing try.
Damn, girl!
But so did Michelle.
Damn, girl!
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. They had a huge lead because they were the only two.
Yeah, and Joe, he got it wrong. He was just like, I'm done, Jeff.
Yeah, Joe sat out.
So yeah, it came down to Julia and Michelle. They were working on that puzzle.
Yeah, everybody was going back to look at the board again, and Michelle freaking won.
Damn, girl!
She won immunity for this week.
Right.
Damn. Alright, so back at camp, the Alliance wants to get rid of Jason.
They're like, let's just get it over with. Let's do it.
Or Julia.
Either way, yeah. But I mean, there's pros and cons to each.
If Jason makes it to the end, he's
probably
probably not going to win because nobody really liked him. And Julia would probably win, or has a better shot of winning.
Yeah.
If she made it to the end.
Well, Michelle is like, I'm cool with getting rid of Jason, but Julia's like my really good friend. We're both from the beauty tribe.
Yeah. Well,
she's
Michelle
not so much into that.
Said she would not go against Julia on her, like, her interview.
She said she didn't want to do it.
And Sydney, is she gonna go against Ty?
I don't know. It's kind of up to Michelle and Sydney here.
Yeah, they're kind of the swing votes.
Yeah.
So at Tribal, it's Probsty time. We're at a crucial point of the game. Everything matters now.
Only Michelle is safe at this point.
Right. And Julia tells Jeff, Michelle and Sydney are at the bottom of the Alliance.
She's really trying to pull them to vote for Ty.
And Aubrey says...
Well, you have to trust your Alliance.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Not Michelle and Sydney. Aubrey and Sydney.
Did she say Aubrey?
Didn't she?
It would make more sense for Michelle.
Okay, well, she did mention Aubrey too, though, I thought.
Well, Aubrey's like, you gotta trust your Alliance, and Jason's like, I trusted my Alliance, and look at what happened here.
Yeah. So, Jason says he wants to do something crazy. Jeff's intrigued.
Michelle, are you feeling crazy? Maybe.
Sydney? Yeah, I'm crazy.
Well, Ty lets it be known, like, he is not comfortable right now. And we know he has that hidden immunity idol just sitting there.
Well, so does everybody else.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we know he has the option to play it. But he's not sure. He doesn't want to waste it, but he also doesn't want to be an idiot and leave without playing it.
Nobody wants to be sent home with that idol in their pocket. So it's time to vote. And Ty is asking Aubrey, should I play the idol? And
she said, I think you're good, but it's up to you. And I was like, no, you have to use it. You have to use it.
We were sure that he needed to use it, but he didn't play it. She crapped her pants.
Basically. No, I didn't.
But
I was really scared for Ty.
Yeah. And miraculously, Michelle and Sydney did not flip on the Alliance, and Julia went home instead of Ty. I know, right? Take a Xanax!
Ty cannot go home!
Scott was so hopeful when he thought that Ty was going to get voted out.
Yeah, those votes started coming up for Ty, and he was like...
And then Julia got voted out, and he was like...
Oh, never mind.
I'm back to hating Ty.
Julia was very good at this game, though. She's very crafty.
She got cut, though.
Alright, well, next time... that alliance is already crumbling.
Is Aubrey gonna flip on Ty?
I don't know.
I really hope not. That could just be creative editing.
We'll see.
We hope.
We'll see.
All right, so let us know what you guys thought in the comments, and until next time,
Much love.
Edit.